Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Never Online Podcast.
Wow. Where do we start?
Well, we first have to...
Okay, I'll start actually. So, I called an emergency podcast episode because I think a lot has gone down in the last 48 hours, 72 hours. So Wednesday, we dropped our... What day was that? Wednesday, October... something.
It's the 18th today. I can't do
15th?
Yes, that sounds
Wednesday,
right.
October 15th. We dropped... No. 16th.
Yes, 16th. October
We dropped
16th.
our One Direction lore episode. And if that date sounds familiar to you, it is probably because about 4 hours after we dropped the episode, Liam Payne passed away, and we were in shock. And I think we are, I don't know, are we in the right, can we say that we're mourning a little bit? I feel like I'm mourning a bit. I'm really sad.
I fear I'm like still in the shock period. I don't think I've even hit mourning stage. I haven't even hit acceptance stage.
Yeah. So on Wednesday, like, I was in class. I was in the middle of class when the news was like came out, and I get a text from my friend, and she sends me the most insane text. But basically, because we had dropped the One Direction episode that day, she was like, "You can't put out the podcast episode." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she says, Liam Payne. And I like look up Liam Payne, and I see like on Google all these articles already out that he passed away. And I literally, in the middle of class, I like get up. Like, we weren't doing anything crazy. It was just like instructional, not even, we were just like workshopping and stuff. And I get up and I literally gasp, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to get out. And as soon as I get up, she calls me, my friend Lavana, and she's like, are you okay? Like, oh my God, what's going on? Mind you, Lavana's also in Barcelona right now.
No,
like,
literally, I don't understand how she got the news so fast.
How she got the news, and I was just like, I went outside. My classroom was like at the end of this hallway. I literally walked to the other side of the hallway, go outside. I'm like walking back and forth, and she's like, Kim, like, does Kim know? And so I'm on like FaceTime with Lavana, and I'm adding Kim. She's not picking up right away, and I'm like, what is she doing right now? So I'm like, add her. I add her to the FaceTime, and I'm like, Kim, Liam Payne is dead. How did you feel when you heard those words?
Because, well, I just told Morgan this story earlier, but this was what was it? It was the first day I was trying to buy the ground beef. I have been on a mission to get kosher ground beef to make burgers, and literally every Publix is sold out of ground beef that's kosher, and because it's Yom Kippur. And then I went yesterday, and then the kosher store was closed because it was Yom Kippur. So there was that. That's just a little context. So I was already actually in the worst mood ever. I hadn't eaten all day. It was like 5:30. So when Morgan called me, I was cooking myself dinner. And then I look at my phone, and I'm like, missed call from Morgan in like an unknown number, because I don't have Lavana's number saved. And then I was like, okay, that's weird. But I'm like, okay, probably Morgan was just calling somebody, and she like accidentally added me or something. And then I like sit down, I plate my dinner, and she's like, Kim, answer. And I'm like, oh God, like something really bad has happened. Or I was doing like something really bad has happened, or it's just like something funny, like some weird pop culture moment. And I get on the phone, and Morgan's in shambles. I took a screenshot.
Oh shit.
I did take a screen. I took a screenshot because I was like, what's going on? And Morgan's like in shambles, and like Vana and like her like screaming at me, and I'm like, guys, I haven't eaten anything yet. What is going on? And they're like, I don't even know the members, but I think like Vana said like Liam Payne is dead. Yeah. And I was like, you guys are joking, because again, you said like you were joking. I was not believing them at all whatsoever. It's like, oh, this is just a joke, because we literally just released at 12 o'clock, guys. We released the One Direction lore. I was like, y'all are pulling my leg right now. Like,
yeah, when oh my gosh, when I got the text from Lana and I saw it and I was like calling you, I was still in shock when I said it. I felt so weird. And like, we were on the phone for how long? Like 10 minutes maybe.
Probably.
I was literally just pacing outside, like trying to wrap my head around it because it just felt so weird.
Yeah, and like Morgan was like, oh my god, I literally just ran out of class right now. And in my head I was thinking, I'm like, this is like Zayn moment down for Morgan.
Oh my gosh, because when Zayn left the last episode I talked about this, when Zayn left One Direction, I was in the middle of class and I had to leave. And then finding out about Liam, I'm in the middle of a class and I have to leave. And not comparing the two situations, but it was just taking me back because I saw a tweet about someone who took a nap when Zayn left and then was napping and woke up to find out. And I just was like, wow, that's literally me, but I was in class. But yeah, I just called like this emergency episode because I feel like I just wanted to talk a little bit about Liam, and I just felt like because our last episode was about it, I was like, wow, how crazy is that?
No, it definitely needed to be said because, like, again, it's like such a big part of our lives and obviously a big part of like this channel, obviously. So it just wouldn't feel right to just brush past it and act like it didn't happen, because it definitely did.
Yeah. And it's so weird to, because I've been seeing so much discourse about like everything that's going on and about Liam, because his name, I feel like I mean, I won't lie, like Liam is not the member that I would say that I particularly kept up to date with. I didn't particularly like his music too much, but I all the members I kept up to date with musically and like what was going on in their lives, I feel like I pretty much always knew what was going on with them, just because like 11-year-old me, that's just like 11-year-old me being like, you love One Direction, you need to know what's going on. And just like the last 2 weeks, which we won't go into detail, but like the last 2 weeks his name has just been circulating so much, like in like social media, and it's all like negative stuff, and I feel like he's always like the end of like this joke, and even the way people are treating his death is really crazy and just so insensitive. And I don't know, I had this thought earlier, and I was like, obviously I don't want to say that, I mean, okay, I'll say that now as I'm 21 and my brain is like, my frontal lobe is like developing more, I'm more of like aware of like my interactions, my social interactions with like celebrities and stuff, I guess, if that makes sense. And so obviously I wouldn't say today that there's anyone that I really like idolize or anyone that I put on this pedestal, but when I'm like 9, 10, 11 years old, which is like the core of my One Direction, I feel like love, like I obviously idolized the 5 of them. I loved the 5 of them. Like, I was so young, I didn't know much, and I was just like, oh my god, I love them so much. So I think younger me is kind of what I'm mourning, and like the younger me put them on this pedestal, and I feel like she doesn't really understand how like he could be gone, you know, even though have I met them? No. Have I been in a vicinity of them? No, obviously. But it's still like, and I think it's okay for young girls, because a whole generation of girls literally were raised with One Direction. Like, I've spent more than half my life loving One Direction, and so it's like when I was younger, I didn't really understand the concepts of like death and loss and things like that, and so I think that's what makes me really sad, is like, and kind of confused. But now I'm just like, wow, I don't know. Sorry, a tangent.
No, but like it's true.
I just went off into a little tangent.
It's a lot, because I think it's a sentiment shared by many who are just like experiencing it. And I think I have seen a lot of discourse of people being like, why are you guys like having this crazy parasocial relationship with this person? But again, it was just like, it's just like mourning like the little child inside of you. And for me, like, I think the reason why I haven't even really processed it yet is because honestly, I told this to Morgan, I just never thought I would see the day where like a member of like a band that I loved, and I would be like I'm like not even 20 yet. Like that's crazy. And it's just like it just doesn't seem right. And I just felt like it was a huge reminder that like life is fleeting and that just things can happen at any time. And then I just feel like there was just so much on the internet, and then like over the last couple of days, like all the posts from the rest of the members, it's just been like really, really heartbreaking.
I was not expecting to see any posts, let alone posts so soon. I wasn't expecting to see posts so soon. The first one I saw them as like they were coming out literally, and the joint statement.
That was in. I thought we were gonna get like individual, but I didn't think they were gonna do a joint
one
for sure.
I was like, wow, oh my gosh! And I then like Louis, Zayn, Harry,
Zayn's was like especially sad, and I really got really emotional about that.
Yeah, when Louis said in his that he is gonna be a good uncle to Bear, I was like, okay, yeah, this is real. Mm-hmm. This is real. It's just so sad.
I just like, I don't know what to say. I like still really haven't processed it yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. Liam, thank you so much for the memories.
We really miss you.
You were a great lyricist. We can tell you that. Fireproof.
Oh my gosh.
He wrote the bridge for that.
Yeah.
You ate that down, bestie. But yeah. We just wanted to quickly talk about Liam because he's just a really big part of my childhood.
And people know that. Remember someone reached out to the both of us being like wanting to do a welfare check on us.
Literally, so the amount of people before that too, like were texting me and were like DMing me. They were like, "Are you okay? Like Liam Payne died." I was like, "I know." I think more people were texting me then than on my actual birthday.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, wow, guys, I don't know how I feel, but thanks for checking in on me. But one of our friends put us in a group chat and she was like, yeah, welfare check, seeing how you guys are doing. And we were like,
no, we're actually in shambles right now.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we like are hoping you guys are doing well as well. And again, I also think it's valid to feel like a certain level of grief. Because again, I just feel like it's something that's being almost like perceived as like taboo. And I don't think that should be the thing. Yeah. I think it's strange.
I saw this, really random, but saw this article by Dazed, and the headline was like the like toxic relationship with like celebrity deaths. And the article isn't like that. I read the article, so I was like, there's no way that you're gonna use Liam Payne's death to just like basically contradict yourself. You're using his death for your article. But it wasn't like that. But the comments, obviously, like on initial review, the comments were like, wow, it's not parasocial. Like they're justified for feeling the way that they're feeling, especially when you're young. You're growing up with these people, you don't know any better, and obviously you're gonna have a feeling in your heart that like mourns that, and that's okay. And I definitely think that's okay. But
yeah, so we're just like on a really sad note for this episode, and
oh brother,
we saw something
crazy transition, but
I know
we'd like to share something.
Yeah, I didn't know how like a better way to like segue into it, but we went to go see We Live in Time, the new movie.
Yes, and honestly, like I wasn't crying that much.
I think we're like just so emotionally torn by Liam. We're like, okay, what else do you have for us? Because like we're already really sad already.
Yeah, but I really liked it. But I honestly, I'd give it like right now. I have to ponder on it because we just like less than an hour ago we finished it.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna give it a score of like a 7.8 out of 10.
That's such a weird scale. Do it out of 5 stars.
What?
No. 7.8. She even do a decimal too.
I feel like 7.8 is what it was. I felt in the moment. I was like 7.8. Yeah, because it's not an 8 yet, but it's so close. I think maybe you have to ponder on it a little bit, like reevaluate some things, go back, rewatch maybe. But out of 5, I don't know. I don't use Letterboxd.
Okay.
So I don't know out of 5.
7.
What's the equivalent?
3.7.
3.7. It's not 8. 3.78.
Okay. That's pretty fair. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Because I'm like, none of us really cried like a lot. Like, Morgan was going into this like, we're gonna be like put out on stretchers after this.
That's why I was like, I just randomly came up with the idea to watch it and talk about it, because I kept seeing so much stuff. The promo was like, bring tissues, you're gonna cry, like a whole bunch. And I cry at everything, and I did cry. Like, I shed a couple of tears here and there, but I didn't cry as much as I thought I was gonna cry. You know what? I'm gonna compare what I thought I was gonna feel with One Day on Netflix.
Oh, Morgan is like still like harboring like open wounds from this show. Like,
okay, I watched the movie One Day and I didn't know anything. It's just because it had Anne Hathaway in it. So when that movie ended and whatever happened, if you know about One Day, I don't know if I want to spoil it, but I was sobbing my eyes out during the movie. The TV show, I knew what was going to happen, but I still didn't mentally prepare. In my heart, I literally, as she said, I'm still thinking about that show, and I was crying for weeks. It had me sick for weeks. So that's what I was going into, thinking that I was going to be sick. Ill.
yeah.
But I wasn't. It's because it ended so abruptly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of reason why I cried during One Day is because we got to see Dexter mourn.
Yes.
But we didn't see any mourning of,
right.
what's the character's name?
Tobias
and Ellen?
I don't know the name of the kid. Sorry.
Fiona.
Sorry.
But we didn't see that. They were just making their eggs.
Oh, do you want to say that spoiler? Okay,
Oh,
it's fine.
I think that's in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I actually didn't watch the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I just saw the teasers and the horse.
Okay,
I saw the teaser of the horse.
Okay, we can like roll the clip of like I made like a little video of us saying like one thing we're excited for and one thing we're scared for.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, give us one thing you're excited for and one thing you're scared for.
Okay, I'm really excited to see the chemistry
good answer.
between Florence and Andrew Garfield, because the promo is working on me.
Period.
What I'm scared for is I feel like I know where this film is going. So I don't want to cry my eyes out, but I will, because I cry at everything. So I'll probably start crying when they come up. Yeah.
Okay, period.
Yeah. What about you, Diva?
Thank you so much. Do you remember the very first
Hello,
time
everyone.
that you kind of
I'm excited.
realized the
Okay, I'll say what
power
I'm
of
scared
your
for.
own craft?
Obviously, I'm gonna cry my eyes out, and it's gonna be really bad. Morgan will have to drag me out on a stretcher. But I'm scared for that yellow horse on the carousel. I don't know how scary it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be included, because Andrew said it was, but Florence said it wasn't. And then I'm excited to see at least like a little bit of Andrew Garfield in a rom-com, because I've been putting in prayers.
And I was doing a little skit that my auntie had prepared
This is
for
us.
me and my cousins to do for our families.
It's just
And
before.
in the
Happy.
skit, my character says,
Wait till you see us after.
Ooh,
It's gonna be bad, but it's gonna be fun for y'all.
The whole audience was
So obviously now you know, my one scared thing was of that horse because I saw the trailer, but I just saw a piece of promo where they were like, oh, that's like this funny meme of like this scary bunk horse. And in like what is it that you looked up? Whatever photo that is, it's terrifying, like chilling. That was honestly like, that would make me cry more than anything that happened in that movie.
The horse. But honestly, so I remember
Oh my god. What? When we saw it in the theater, there was like, because Andrew Garfield said it was still in, and Florence said no.
Florence said it wasn't. And it was like, I see what
Like,
they were both
glimpses.
saying. Like, it wasn't there, but like, you had to look for it, honestly.
If you were expecting it like us, because I literally said it. So if you were expecting, we were the only ones. Everyone's probably like, why are these people laughing?
We were and I think our theater was very active. Like, people were laughing. People were making noises. People were talking.
Oh my god. I wanted to know if you were annoyed because I was really annoyed. And they were sitting right next to us.
Oh my gosh. This lady was talking so much, like putting her little commentary here and there. I was like, please be quiet.
And they were like the snarky comments. It's like something like so your parents would do, being like,
yes, it was reminding me of my mom.
that's literally so my. If you have immigrant parents, you know how they talk back to the screen.
Yes.
Like,
And they,
oh, you should have done that.
yeah.
Oh, you should have. And like, it's like some obvious comment that like, okay, we're all thinking that, so just keep it in your head.
I think one of the comments she said was like, ugh, why would he say that? And I was like, ma'am, please be quiet.
One scene where she was like keeping the secret, I won't say, and she's like, oh, so you're gonna tell him about, and I was like, just be quiet. And we were all, it was like a pretty booked theater, so we were all, there was no empty seats between us. And I was like, can you have some manners?
Yes, she was, and it was
No
even like
etiquette.
a whisper, like a little, she was like
so are you gonna say something? I was like, oh, and she was the one that was the loudest laughing, loud. I was like, Lord.
It was so funny though.
I was annoyed.
Yeah, during the horse scene, like this little cute scene, we just start laughing.
We were laughing so hard. Okay, so my expectation, so for you is one day. Again, I was expecting to be carried out on a stretcher. I thought Morgann was going to have to drag me out of here. I was going to be in tears. Because I was thinking it was going to be a me before you.
Oh, brother.
That is like, oh, God. The set's falling apart. You know the movie with Sam Claflin and what's her name? Something with an E.
Amelia Clark.
Yes.
Amelia
That
Clark.
movie, if you know.
I have only watched that movie one time. I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
No, that's a one and done, because that was gonna be like that where you know that the person's going to be sick and die.
Yeah, I think the reason why maybe we didn't cry too much is because it kept going back and forth between like times.
Yeah, it was like non-linear moment.
Yeah, and like I don't usually mind that, but I feel like it would have been more effective if it was just like linear. It was like beginning to end instead of like jumping from their relationship when they first met to her going through chemo, like her meaning is blah blah blah, this and that, blah blah. Because like you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because I think it was that, and also anytime there would be like a really heavy, sad moment, there would be something really funny, which was good. But like that was the reason why it just wasn't that sad.
Yeah, 1 minute I'm like close to crying. I feel myself choking up. My eyes are swelling. And then there's like a funny moment. And I'm like, never mind. I don't feel sad anymore.
Oh my God. The funniest scene though, which I made it like, I was like, oh, this is like low-key a rom-com. Like the calm is here, was the giving birth scene. I thought that was hilarious. Like it was actually, Andrew Garfield was like so funny.
Yes.
And throughout the movie, like Florence Pugh has some really good like witty lines, but I feel like that's the scene where like Andrew really shined as like a funny actor.
He's funny. And oh my God, speaking of Andrew Garfield, I need him desperately.
Oh yeah, I was about to jump through the screen.
There's this one scene where he like kisses her like off guard.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Spoiler, bleep it out. I don't know. When they're making the eggs and she's teaching him about eggs.
Oh yes!
When he kisses her, I felt my heart drop. I was like, whoa. And watching that movie, I was just like, ugh.
Him with like the kid, like he was giving like, that's your husband that you come home to every day.
It made me want to be a wife.
Literally.
I was thinking about how I would be a great wife in that film. I was thinking about how I needed to be a mother because of him.
No, yeah. Oh, brother. Where was like another scene?
And there was a scene when in the very beginning, he's like writing in a notepad and his arms
and those like glasses that he would put on. I was literally ready to like nosedive into that screen.
I was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to like go too much, but Andrew Garfield, please, I love you so much. And when I was looking at him, every time I see him, I'm sorry, I just like see Peter Parker. And when I was looking at him, I was just like,
That's what I was
Peter
thinking.
Parker. Especially in that scene, I was like, you're Peter Parker.
No, it was giving, because I love him in that role. Honestly, I told Morgan this, like, my dream man is like Peter Parker in
Yes.
The Amazing Spider. Like that. This is so emergency intercom, but like not purposeful. This is like some bunk iCarly. Cut. So what was that, guys? What was that?
Hey, welcome back. Technical difficulties. We're just two girls. We're
They're like, oh, so the camera quality went up, but everything else went down.
Production is going through it. The production is us. We are everything for this podcast. So every aspect of this podcast is going through it, except for the camera quality.
We just do things as they come. Like we were not given a guide. We
we don't know what we're doing.
And you can probably tell, but that's okay.
What were we even talking about?
Andrew Garfield is hot. What can I say?
Well, yes.
Where do...
I don't even remember what we were talking about. Andrew Garfield, we love him. So many interruptions, but
Oh, I remembered my thought.
Peter Parker, you love Peter Parker.
Yes. We're getting somewhere.
We're remembering.
I've been putting in prayers for so long. I've been sending letters to Santa to the North Pole. I need Andrew Garfield in a rom-com. And you know what? It kind of delivered. I needed a little more, like, calm.
No, I needed a little... I actually think it was great. I think it's just the lingering death. But...
It was really sweet, though.
Yeah. Because I prefer a rom-com than a com-rom. You know what I mean?
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. Like, I feel... like...
What's, like... Because I
To All the
like
Boys I Loved Before. That's just the first thing coming. That's like a rom-com, but blended with like Adam Sandler and like Drew Barrymore.
Oh, that's like a com.
Drew Barrymore? Yes. That's like a com-rom. So I feel like it was more like rom-com.
Okay, period. Because that's what I wanted. Like, but I don't know. I just kind of wanted him in, like, something, like, 2000s. Like, I need, like
an enemies to lovers.
Like, a 10 Things I Hate About You moment. Like, or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Like, that's what I need right now. But what I wanted to say was, I wanted to tell you this earlier in the theater, but I was like, I'll save it for the podcast. This is the second time me and Morgan have been to the movies together. So the first time we saw Challengers together. What a great film.
We're still on that.
But I was going to say, it was so funny. It was our second hangout, but it was our really first hangout of just us together, isolated incident.
Yes. Oh, she's going to tell a story that I don't know.
Well,
I'm scared.
No, you were there. So
I know, but I don't remember.
Well, I just wanted to point out, like, this was, like, our first time hanging out. So, like, you know, we were still early stages of our friendship. We've been through a lot already at that time, but it was still early stages.
Yeah.
So we were seeing, like, wee wee, dee dee, ee, everything together. That was, okay, I don't know, like, what to say, because we literally saw everyone's booty, everyone's duty in that film, and this was our second time hanging out.
I don't think I was too in shock over seeing it with you, but I was just like, this is interesting. I think just like in a theater with people in general is kind of like awkward.
Yeah, it's like all like it feels like voyeuristic almost. It feels like we're all like weird voyeurs like peeking in.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking that, and I didn't know there would be so much nudity in this, but
yeah,
Florence Pugh got her nudity check.
Yes, she did.
We even saw Andrew's butt too.
I think we laughed when that scene popped up. We were like, oh,
we're like, oh,
I didn't know that this is. It said rated R, and I was like, as I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is why it's rated R. Because it happens, like, pretty quickly. The start.
And I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, this is literally us in Challengers, because we were seeing everything. We're just, like, sitting there, like, okay.
But honestly, I won't lie. After our Challengers hangout, I did feel a little awkward. Because I feel like we just abruptly left.
Because it was awkward because we saw that movie, and then I said I was going to leave for 2 months. It was really awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, and I remember... Oh, no. This is why I'm nervous. I'm, like, sweating. I'm like, what happened? I remember, like... I'm not, like, a hugger, okay, guys? No, you're not! Stop! This is so funny. I am not a hugger. I do not hug people, but I don't know how people feel. So when I meet new people, I'm like, no! I'm like, okay, bye. And I hug them. I hug more people that I'm not friends with than I do my friends. So I don't think Kim and I have hugged since then. I don't. We only really touch when we're like laughing. Cause I'm like this with all my friends. Like we're both like children of immigrants, and like Morgan's an immigrant herself.
We need to go back to. We need to have a whole episode on that. I feel like.
Because you do not get physical affection in those relationships.
No.
And none of my friends are really affectionate either. Like, even people saying, like, oh, love you, and they're not, like, my parents. I'm like, deep down, I'm like, okay, I love you, too. But I'm like, oh, like.
Yes, I feel weird. Yeah, I am not a hugger. I don't remember the last time I hugged anyone. And so that's why
Morgan went in for a hug, and I was like, okay, this is like a socially acceptable norm. Like people aren't like as weird as me. So I was like, okay, let's just do it. Let's do it.
I don't know what to do after you talk to someone. I actually have like a memory of like after one of my classes, I like was talking to someone, and after we had like a long conversation, I was like, okay, bye. Went in for a hug. Felt so weird, abnormal, but. We kept meeting after the class and talking. So every time
you would hug. Oh my god!
Like we did it the first time, so yeah, let's do it again. But she and I aren't close, so I don't know why. Someone explain that.
You guys,
some psychologists, please let us know.
Definitely, both of you were like, "Oh shit, this is like obligated." And
yes,
like, I don't want to do it, but she wants to do it.
Sorry. Yeah, but I'm not a hugger, and a lot of my friends know that I'm not. I don't like when people touch me really. If we're like laughing, because I literally will touch people when I'm laughing. I'm like,
yeah.
But like hugging, physical touch, like my love language is not physical touch.
No, literally.
Do not touch me. I'm so sorry. But that is so funny.
It's never like when I touch someone, like, and I touch Morgan, it's like not an unconscious, like a conscious, like action.
And I don't mind that because I'm like, we're just laughing. And I feel like I too, my mom does this. I've like taken this habit off my mom. Is she like when she's saying something and she's like shocked, I'll like grab someone's wrist.
Oh, yeah. For the dramatics.
Yes. Or I'll like when I'm laughing, I'll like grab someone's wrist and I'll be like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. I do that, but the hug.
But it's like weird. Do you like, especially when you're like early stages of a relationship, like do you just like bye?
Yes, that's why I'm like, do we hug or not hug? Or I don't know what we do. I don't know how to end a meeting. A meeting like that with someone, I guess you could say.
No, literally.
That is so funny. I've realized that we haven't hugged, actually.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind. But it just like it would have to be like us just like, okay, let's like, it would just have to be completely I wouldn't never just like make the conscious I'm going to hug now.
Yeah.
Because I don't, it just seems like robotic to me. For me it's unnatural, and for other people it's natural.
Very
and that's
unnatural.
Great. But for me it has to be like either a very conscious effort where I'm very uncomfortable, or like I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah. Or it's just like a family member you haven't seen in a while and you're like, okay, hi. Pat.
Oh, I also don't know where to put my hands sometimes. I'm like, what if it gets weird? We get tangled. What's gonna happen?
That's why we have to hug more to practice.
And then when do you let go?
No, I do like a pat. One,
no,
two,
I'm very quick.
Bye. Yeah.
It's a drive-by. That's so funny though. Oh my god, this damn thumbs up emoji needs to go.
It doesn't. What the heck? Ugh. It doesn't work for me when I want it to work. So what's the point, Apple?
No,
Let's talk about it.
Literally.
But yeah. That is so funny. And I'm so glad you brought that up. Because it has been a lingering thought in my mind.
Really?
That we have sometimes after, no, the other day, I don't know, I was just thinking about how we haven't hugged. We don't hug when we like after we like see each other. Because I hugged Lavana goodbye.
Oh, at Duffy's?
I think I hugged her because she's leaving. And I didn't know when I was going to see her again. And I hadn't hugged her in a while. And then after I had left you, we didn't hug. And I was thinking about that.
Yeah. It's kind of like when she leaves, I'm just like, okay, bye. And I close that door.
Quite literally that.
Because it's just like.
Because this is my house. I just come in and out.
No, literally. I'm like, the door's open. Just come in and lock it behind you. And she's like, okay.
Yeah. That's so funny. I'm going to be thinking about that.
That is really. That was. I just feel like all of our hangouts have like a lot of like crazy moments.
I think it's because we never just have like casual, or at least in the last like 2 months, we don't have a casual like little hangout.
It's like
it's
an
like
adventure.
hours long, where we're able to get stuff done, conversation wise, podcast wise. Like, it's not a quick little 1, 2, let's grab lunch. It's like, let's grab lunch, let's adventure, let's talk, let's do.
Tell me your deepest, darkest secret. And no, literally, she was like, okay, so I was thinking about doing Liam, and then going to your house, doing Liam, going to the movies, and then coming back from the movies back to your house, and then we film an episode. And I'm like, friend, I need lunch. It's 2:00.
Well, I wasn't saying like immediately, but like, yeah. That was
It just like, it felt a lot. And she was like, just tell me if you don't want to film. But I'm like, I'm down to film, but like, this is a lot for me, and I just need to process this right now. I haven't even had lunch. Like, give me a moment, and I'll agree.
Yeah, we got her lunch. She's fed. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
She's fed.
But that's all for me.
Yeah, I think I've exhausted. Oh, we haven't even said when we went into the movie theater, it was deserted. Diva.
Oh my gosh, we're everywhere. But guys, insert clips.
That's where we're going, guys.
The motherland.
So this is us before. Happy, healthy,
Slushy snack.
not in distress. Are we in the right place?
I'm confused. Are you sure? Did we go to 16?
Yes. There was only one. We live in a time. Is that the movie we're watching?
Is that the movie we're watching? I don't have a good feeling about this. I'm a little nervous.
Why are we the only ones in here? The movie starts in 15 minutes.
There's literally not one soul in here. Boom!
I don't like this. Hello?
No, I'm getting Sinister vibes.
This is actually
this is the Terrifier. We're actually gonna go see Terrifier.
We saw other seats were booked.
There was almost the whole theater was booked. We get murdered by
imagine
Terrifier.
the Terrifier. Girl, I'm hopping over and this is not real.
Okay, do a move that you would use on Terrifier.
Here's my microphone.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Don't even play.
Literally. Because we were only 15 minutes early, and I know the previews are long.
Yes,
But
the fact that we went in there and the people that were working there were coming out after cleaning.
there was 5 cleaning people coming
were
out.
coming out, and we were like, okay. We walk in, nobody is in the theater.
I swear, a
Nobody.
tumbleweed went by.
Literally. And we were just talking about the Terrifier movies.
Oh yeah, because I was like, because these 2 kids in front of us were going to see Terrifier, and the guy was like, no, you can't. If you don't have ID and you're not 17, 18, I can't let you into this movie.
Yeah.
And Morgan's like, what? I'm like, you don't know the Terrifier movies? And I'm like, people are literally put on stretchers from throwing up and passing out from those movies.
I've seen a clip of the first one, but I didn't really know the cultural impact that it had. And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh. And we were just talking about that before we walked in, and I just felt like this was just something you would see in a horror movie. It was darker than usual, because usually, like, the lights are pretty bright, but it was dark in there, and it was just eerie. I don't know. I was kind of scared.
Oh yeah, and I scared Morgan before.
Happy Halloween!
Too. I also spooked her a little bit.
And I jump easy. I'm easily scared.
Because I could see Morgan getting out of her car. I'm like, wait. I'm like, we're at that part in our friendship, and it's time to start to torment her. Yay!
I was like, because I was getting out of my car, but then I was like, oh wait, there's stuff I need to get, and I didn't remember if they had Apple Pay or not, so I had to bring my wallet, and I was finally getting out, and then she freaking scares me, and I'm like, I'm just a girl. I'm just a tired girl.
It's for content. Woo! It's some like salmon pepper.
Okay,
type
David
shit.
Dobrik.
You know salmon pepper?
Salmon pepper.
Salmon
Pepper. Salmon cat.
Remember
Salmon Kobe.
Yes! Salmon pepper! Wait, where did I get pepper from?
Kobe Jack Cheese. Pepper Jack Cheese.
Who's pepper? I don't know. Salmon pepper? Because I don't know where I got pepper from.
I was like, what are you
Salmon
talking
cat?
about? Salmon cat.
No, like some like salmon Jack? Who is it?
Salmon Kobe.
Salmon Kobe type shit.
Because actually, one of the trailers was for a show that Jordan Peele is producing.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's like
a
one of the
prank
things we saw,
show.
it's like a prank show, but it's like horror based. And she was like, and what if I do that to you? I was like,
No, because you were like, oh, we need to get on that. I'm like, oh, because I'm doing the evil work and you're one of the people that's getting scared. Thank you.
Sinister.
No, but if Morgan does that to me, trust me, I'm shaking my boots. Like, I get easily scared as well. So now I'm giving her ideas. But it's okay.
Next episode.
Morgan and Kim, big prank gone wrong. We turned into a prank channel instead of a podcast channel.
Oh, brother. Never that.
How long have we been? Oh gosh, we can talk
we
forever.
We can talk. Talk to her forever.
Talk to her is crazy. Okay,
No copyright.
talk to her. I've been telling Morgan this, like, why is that actually the most creative title on her?
That she ate down.
It definitely
That
wasn't
is
her.
it. Yeah, but we'll give you the credit. Talk to a girl. What's her name? Haley.
I hate
Sorry,
that I know
talk
her
to
name.
her. What's her name?
Haley Welch.
Okay.
I hate that. I
Okay,
know
I'm
her
embarrassed
full
that
name.
I knew it was Haley.
Yeah, I wish we can cut that out. We can cut that out, guys. We're never offline. It's okay. It's part of the brand.
Yeah, guys, that's who we are. But yeah, that's it for me. I never know how to end these. That's it
'Cause
for
I
me.
could
No more
just-
thoughts.
Because we could just talk forever. We're like,
We
do you guys?
could, and it could just go in like circles. Yeah.
That's all from us.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope you could reflect, but also have a good time, laugh with us, you know, feel the joy in life. Yeah. Thanks so much for listening, watching, like, comment, and subscribe to our Patreon.
My God, they don't even
Not
need a
just the
Patreon.
YouTube, but the Patreon
And
that we
the
don't have,
Spotify.
but will be there. And give our Spotify a 5 stars.
Rating, yes.
And we will be on Apple Music and Apple Podcasts and Amazon Podcasts very soon. Just kidding.
No, literally, we get like everything.
Maybe. We'll see. But that's it. Bye.
Bye, divas.